Once upon a time, there was a girl called Cherry. She was 16 years old, and she loved going to school to meet her friends and especially to meet the one that she loves. Her love was called Oliver, and she loved him truly. One day he confessed his love to her at school, and without hesitation, she confessed her love to him as well. They loved each other so much, and Oliver loved her deeply. They tried to make each other happy with all the ways that they could, and they both were always together, and they had lots of memories. After being together for 3 years, a surprising incident happened. Cherry was not feeling okay, and she had so much problems. She said that she had to stay away from Oliver for a short while, just a simple break for each of them. Oliver did not agree, and he was so mad. Time passed, and this simple break that they were taking turned out to be a long break. They always met in places by strange coincidences, which broke Cherry's heart and Oliver's heart as well. Cherry stopped going to school because of certain issues that she was going through. Cherry was going through a very hard time, and she needed Oliver by her side, but Oliver did not notice so. She kept on watching him from far away, while he did not notice, although Cherry was always in Oliver's mind. One time, they saw each other by coincidence, and it was for the last and first time to see each other. They both felt hurt and lonely. Deep down, they both wanted to talk to each other, but none of them did. 5 years later, after finishing college and starting to work, Cherry got married to someone named Jeffrey. They had 2 little kids, one little girl named Alexandra, and the little boy's name was Alexander. Cherry was happily married, but deep down, Oliver was always in her mind. She wanted to be with Oliver forever. She missed him so much. Oliver also got married to a woman named Lillian, and they had 2 little kids named Alexander and Alexandra. Oliver kept on thinking about Cherry. He wanted to talk to her, but he was not sure that she would reply, and he was worried about his ego. He wanted to marry Cherry and stay together with her forever. She's the only girl that he loved. Another 4 years have passed. Oliver couldn't stay with Lillian. He felt like he can't complete his life without Cherry. He needs her, and time showed him this. She supported him and loved him truly. He divorced Lillian. He did not feel happy with her at all. He took the kids with him as well, and Lillian agreed. Cherry's husband loved her so much, but Cherry couldn't help but feel empty without Oliver. He was her only true love anyway. She couldn't love anyone else. She lost contact with him. She wanted to speak with him. She missed him. Cherry did not feel complete and happy with Jeffrey, although he loved her so much. She remembered the saying that said, "Only choose the person that loves you, not the person that you love." But Cherry's heart couldn't help but choose Oliver. Cherry divorced Jeffrey. They agreed that Cherry will keep the children and that Jeffrey will meet them every week. On a Sunday night, Cherry went out to the supermarket to buy some groceries for lunch, and she had her kids with her. She heard some man say Alexandra and Alexander, "Where are you both? Where did you go?" He was shouting so they can hear him. Cherry said that these 2 names are familiar to her. She turned around and saw Oliver. She was shocked and extremely happy. Oliver turned around and saw her. He was extremely happy as well. Turns out that both Cherry and Oliver named their children as they agreed to when they were together in high school. They both agreed to name their daughter Alexandra and their son Alexander. They were both happy and hugged. They completed each other, and this was true love. They kept on thinking about each other all these years. They even kept the promise and named their children as they agreed. Oliver asked her, "Would you marry me, Cherry?" Cherry jumped from the happiness and said, "Yes, I would marry you, Oliver. My only true love that I had loved deeply." Cherry and Oliver, along with their children, stayed together happily ever after. Moral of the story: people who are destined to be together will always eventually find a way in the end to be with each other. People who love truly will always love no matter what happens. True love can't be erased no matter what. Always hold on to people that you love. Never miss a chance in this life to be with someone who you love.